Indeed.
Brian has a very showy style, but don't be fooled because he also has some spectacular jumps. And he's opening up with a triple Lutz. Almost perfect.
By the way, Brian Boitano had marks of mostly 5.7s for technical merit, 5.5s for artistic impression. So based on that, Boitano should move up from his 9th place position. But here's Orser.
We just saw a terrific triple axel by Brian Boitano of the United States. Here is Brian Orser of Canada. Well, very close, a little difficulty on the landing. Couldn't control that rotation.
This is Canada's fine skater Brian Orser, who was 4th in last year's World Championship. And of course, the man they're all trying to catch is Scott Hamilton. Keep in mind, free skating, as you're watching, counts 50% toward the total score a skater gets.
Triple toe Wally. Watch how tight Brian is in the air. I think that's the principal difference between Orser of Canada and Boitano of the United States. Boitano open in the air on his jumps, Orser very tight. There's that showiness coming through. Of Canada, giving perhaps the best skating performance so far in the men's free skating program and making his bid. Don't forget he's in 6th place. Scott Hamilton, the leader. You know, it was 21 years ago, Dick, that Donald Jackson of Canada did the first triple Lutz. And here is Brian Orser's triple Lutz. Watch the height and how tight he is in the air. Look at the rotation. Magnificent.
And as always, it's in the hands of the judges right now. The 9 judges will mark first for technical merit, then for artistic impression. They count equally. Eights would be nice. They are, aren't they? 5 8s, 1 5 9. And for artistic impression, 4 5 8s and a 5 9. He'll move up for sure. Coming up next, the European champion and the U.S. champion, who's defending worlds, Scott Hamilton.
This is CBS.
Computers, whatever their size, are only as good as the people who program them. And today, more than ever, programmers are in demand.
Solving problems step by step is what computer programming is all about. It's a career with satisfaction and security, and if you have the skills, there are plenty of advancement opportunities.
For a career in less than a year, call Computer Tech at 391-4197. Get a free booklet on computer careers. Call Computer Tech.
The fiber that carpets the country, Anton from DuPont.
DuPont Anton nylon in more homes than any other branded carpet fiber.
The fiber that carpets the country, Anton from DuPont.
In more styles than any other, with soil and stain resistance for carpet beauty that lasts.
The fiber that carpets the country, Anton from DuPont.
You could win $50,000. See the Anton ad in this week's TV Guide and People magazine and see your participating carpet dealer.
Sam Brown and Mary Rob Jackson tonight at 6.
You're watching Norbert Schramm of West Germany with a theatrical flair, unlike most European skaters. Now heading into free skating, he's in 3rd position. Could be the biggest threat to Scott Hamilton. 2nd to Scotty in Copenhagen last year. European champion by a wide margin in Dortmund last month.
Norbert had a very auspicious beginning. In fact, it looked promising for him, but it deteriorated rapidly when he fell on a triple flip. And here's his triple Lutz. He changes his mind, does only a double Lutz. Of course, the skater's free to choose whether or not to include a move. The judges only assess what they see. Norbert's looking a little tired at this point. He doesn't seem to have that aggressiveness, that energy, the come-what-may attitude that he did have at the European Championships earlier in Dortmund.
He had the crowd behind him there, and he was also more or less of a front runner. A lot of confidence. He seems to have lost a little bit of that, and I don't think he really felt he had a chance in 3rd place to catch Scott Hamilton coming into this free skating.
Planning again, another triple Lutz. Will he do it this time? He does it. He does have incredible determination. With sense of humor, almost a parody of skating itself. I think that sense of humor, in fact, is what makes him so popular with skating audiences.
That's Norbert Schramm of West Germany coming in 3rd place. I don't know if the judges feel he can challenge Scott Hamilton. There he is, waiting in the wings, obviously anxious. Will he win his third consecutive gold medal? We'll be back to find out.
Years ago, Budweiser hitched up the first team of champion Clydesdales, and since then they've become an American tradition. For the Budweiser Clydesdales and all their fans, this Bud's for you. Look for this free Budweiser Clydesdale 50th anniversary poster wherever you buy Budweiser.
Valvoline introduces the do-it-yourself dozen. 12 quarts of quality Valvoline motor oil in one convenient case. More than enough for 2 complete changes. Ideal for the 2-car family. Valvoline's formulated to help prevent oil breakdown and heat buildup, even in today's high-revving engines.
It pays to do it yourself with Valvoline, doesn't it?
There's a strong bond on this fine American skating team. Good wishes here from Peter Carruthers for Scott Hamilton. Minutes away from his big moment. Right now, let's meet him.
You know, it's good to be king.
He's the king, but the king can be dethroned just like anyone else.
Scott Hamilton wants to stay on top. He's shooting for his 3rd world title in a row. He's a perfectionist.
That was a crummy one.
As you know, it was good. Wasn't it? I know, but see, it shows you when you come to that anyway in the program, you're a bit wasted. So you should practice that when you feel that way, instead of always keeping it when you feel you're strongest, because you're not going to do it as you're strongest.
He has been with Coach Don Laws last year in Pennsylvania, this year back in Denver, Colorado. They make an ideal combination.
I hate altitude.
Just wait till we get to Pittsburgh.
I hate the brown cloud.
You, right?
I wish I did my program. Everybody stopped driving in Denver. I might as well smoke. Such a terrible skater.
Are you too wasted to do anything else?
Of course not. I'm an athlete in training.
I have no doubt that he'll win another gold medal. He's the best in the world. We don't have to prove that he's the best in the world. He's proven that twice. He just has to sustain that quality. You don't have to prove anything anymore.
You know, I've worked hard for this. And I've pushed myself, and I've trained, and I just don't want to blow it.
He almost wants to be rid of it. But he doesn't want to. He wants it, but he's tired of it. So the thing that really motivates him, again, is someone who threatens him. He does rise to the occasion when he's threatened or challenged.
Perhaps his greatest challenge was overcoming a childhood disease.
When I was 5, I stopped growing. The doctors said that I had this malabsorption, malnutrition problem. I had a lung condition. They kept trying to figure out ways of curing it or diagnosing what was the problem. The only thing that really worked was when I started skating, and I got the proper exercise, and the air was moist, and it was good for my lungs. And I just started growing again.
He's become America's premier skater. 13 titles in the last 3 years, but none more important, perhaps, than this year's World Championship. He's personable while training, but transforms himself in competition.
He paces like a lion in a cage for a good 20 minutes to a half an hour. Because once you're called and you're out there, there's nothing loose. It's just as though you've tuned, and when you look at him, I think you can understand this, you've tuned a very nice instrument. You've tuned it perfectly. Now it has to perform.
As his coach Donald Laws says, right before he skates, he has confidence, then he's filled with self-doubt, then he goes on the ice and does it. And we'll be back to see Scott Hamilton in his free skating performance for the men's title in a moment.
Okay, move him out!
If you've got goods to deliver and your trucks don't seem to care, if your peak season comes and your trucks are past their peak, then it's Ryder to the rescue. Ryder rents trucks. From small vans up to giant tractors to move your products or your family.
Ain't they beautiful?
When your trucks are giving up, Ryder trucks are just starting up.
I don't want my boy to get hurt. So I gave him a Norelco. It treats him with tender, loving care. Doesn't nick or cut like blades can, and shaves his face baby smooth. He loves his Norelco, because it cuts down whiskers like Mark Gastineau cuts down quarterbacks.
Right, Mom. I swear by my Norelco.
I wish he wouldn't swear.
Rototract razors, tough on your beard, not on your face. From Norelco.
And here he is, Scott Hamilton of the United States, world champion last 2 years, the leader once again after the short program, and can gain a place in American skating history with another gold medal. It was 24 years ago when David Jenkins won 3 consecutive gold medals.
What's so special about Scott is that he's an almost infallible skater in his technique. He lands, jumps, does spins almost perfectly, and has tremendously agile footwork. He's opening up with a triple Lutz, triple toe loop combination. Watch how accurate this is. Absolutely perfect. And here's the triple toe loop. Magnificent. Two-footed it and had a little trouble turning around. It shouldn't affect his marks too terribly much.
To the haunting strains of snowfall, you're watching 5'3", 110 pounds of talent, exuberance, and personality. Scott Hamilton, 24 years old. Trademark, always speed and power. He says now he's a lot more easygoing. And he says, I want to be a lot easier to watch.
What's particularly impressive about this particular program of Scott Hamilton's is how well the footwork, the jumps, and the spins work together. It all makes sense. There's a meaning and justice about everything he's doing in this, including that beautiful triple toe loop.
He may show his enjoyment for skating better than anyone I know. His outfits have changed, too.
It certainly has. It's much more athletic, not quite so showy. And of course, here's that double axle that's so clean and neat. And it fits into that footwork so beautifully. Again, and he pulled this one off. That's the thing about Scott. He never makes the same mistake twice. All his movements are considered and thought out well before he does them. Once again, that beautiful double axle of Scott Hamilton's. Now watch how clean his takeoff edge is. He's right over the skate, he turns with ease and lands perfectly cleanly.
Technical merits.
First marks for technical merit, 5.8s and 5.9s predominantly for Scott. That's for technical merit.
Well deserved.
And the second set of scores coming up will be for artistic impression.
I felt like I presented it really well.
Certainly enough to win the championship.
Artistic impression.
5 9s across the board with 1 5.8. Scott Hamilton, all intents and purposes, is the champion again. Let's take a look now at 2 separate jumps. First, the triple Salchow earlier, where Scott tripped up a bit.
5.9, 5.8, 5.9,
right there.
5.9, 5.9.
But then Scotty, ever the battler, came right back later in the program with another triple Salchow, and this time he landed it perfectly. He's with Misha now.
Scott, that was a terrific performance.
Oh, thanks.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I've been practicing really well this week, and although, I missed one thing. I felt really good about the overall performance. The jumping felt good, and especially I felt like the program itself had a little more continuity, so I was really happy with it.
This is your 3rd gold medal. What do you think about where that places you in the annals of the history of men's figure skating in the United States?
Well, it's kind of funny that our team doctor here is David Jenkins, and he was winning his 3rd world championship when I was a year old. And I talked to him about that today. I go, yeah, I'm the first American to do this since you. And he is possibly one of the finest men I've gotten to know ever in my life. And it was just a weird feeling to know that I've tried to emulate someone like him and try to win 3 world championships. It's just unbelievable. It still hasn't hit me yet. It's just to be over with. All I want to do is skate well, and now that I came out successful, it's just another thing altogether.
Well, it's great when 2 very fine men meet each other. What about the future?
Oh, who knows? I got Olympics in 11 months, and I'm going to have to I got to do a lot of changes. I realize that tonight, and I've got to be a mean, lean, rear-end kicking machine next year. So I don't know. I just want to skate well, and I want to be happy, and I want to do the whole thing right, and I just feel really good about myself right now.
Are you going to come back for a 4th medal at the World Championships?
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, that'd be really great. That's in Canada next year, so it'll be really exciting. It'll be close to home.
Terrific. Good luck.
Thanks.
You're wonderful.
Thanks.
So for the Bowling Green, Ohio native, Scott Hamilton, another gold medal. Norbert Schramm of West Germany, 2nd. Brian Orser of Canada, 3rd, wins the bronze. And Brian Boitano, in his first world appearance, 7th place. Scott Hamilton will receive his gold medal at an award ceremony that you'll see later on in the program.
All right, Dick, what a marvelous job by Scott Hamilton in that event. I don't think I've ever seen him skate any better than he did just moments ago. Now, let me update everyone on the Elaine Zayak story. The doctors have now diagnosed her problem as a stress fracture in that right leg, combined with the tendonitis. Now, her leg has been put in a cast for 2 weeks to relieve the tendonitis, and she'll be off the ice for 1 to 2 months, and we certainly want to wish her the best. Now, a short time ago, we got in a final in college basketball.